Hey, how's it going guys? Kai here, and welcome back to the No Magicite Challenge Run for Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. In our last episode, Strago joined the party, so now, what I want to do first with him is teach him some new abilities. Which is why we're back here on Solitary Island. Because I want to fight the Earthguard and sketch it with Realm. Hopefully I'm quick enough. Yes! Doing so allows you to learn Big Guard. Very good blue magic. Gives Protect and Shell to your entire party. It's too bad you don't get Haste as well, but no, that's not until the next Final Fantasy. Alright, we got Big Guard pretty quickly. That one's a little tough to learn because the enemies don't stay alive for very long. Having Auto Haste really helps out there. That's why I have the Marvel Shoes on Realm. Okay, the next one I want to learn is from an enemy back here in Daryl's tomb, so I'm going to set up my party for this, and I'll just meet you in battle with the enemy. Alright, the next ability I want to get for Strago can be learned from Mad Oscars. Make sure you have a ribbon equipped on him, just in case. And you can either learn this by sitting on your ass and waiting for them to cast it, or you can use Sketch with Realm and see if she uses the ability. I really like how Strago and Realm have that synergy with one another. Alright, we got Sour Mouth. That's a really good blue magic. Remember, that will inflict Darkness, Poison, Imp, Sleep, Silence, and I think Confusion as well. Shadow gained a level, and we got Sour Mouth. Alright. Also known as Bad Breath in other Final Fantasy games. Okay, the next ability I want to learn, you can either learn it from the Harpies right outside on the world map here, or you can fight them in the forests around the Massa. So I'm going to go get into a battle with one of those, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see, I chose to fight this next battle outside of the Massa. I was getting low on ninja stars, and I also bought some more pearl rods for later. And I also switched out Shadow for Go-Go. So for this ability, all you gotta do is fight a Harpy and sit on your ass. Eventually, he'll use Aero, which is an air elemental spell, hits all enemies, and it also ignores Reflect, so it's pretty good. Speaking of pretty good, Go-Go is really starting to grow on me. Usually when I play this game, I never use Go-Go because you can't use Magicite to boost his stats, and therefore he's never able to deal anywhere near as much damage as other characters. Yeah, I know the trade-off for his versatility is the lower damage dealing capabilities, but now that the playing field is more even, so to speak, thanks to the no Magicite condition, Go-Go is really starting to shine. He's pretty OP. In fact, he's damn near broken. I have a much greater appreciation for the character now. Alright, come on Harpy. Was hoping this would be thank you. Thank you. Just a quick trip in and out. And we learned Aero. Awesome. Alright, for the next one, I would advise that you do not bring Shadow. That's why I preemptively switched him out for Go-Go. Because we're going to be fighting those Reach Frog enemies and learning Rippler. Remember, Rippler will exchange your status with the enemy status, and Interceptor is technically considered a hidden status. If Shadow loses it, it's gone for good, permanently. So what I'm going to do is just run around in the forest here until I meet up with the Reach Frogs, and I'll bring you right back. Finally! That was taking forever, even with 4 of these guys. Okay, let's finish these guys off and be on our way. Oh, you would! That gives a whole new meaning to leapfrog though, doesn't it? I'll be honest with you viewers, growing up as a kid, I hated leapfrog. Tag and freeze tag and hide and seek were fun. I loved playing those games. Leapfrog, not so much. There we go, got him. And we learned Rippler. Not that we're ever going to use it, but we have it all the same. And 21,000 gold, not bad. Now there is one more blue magic we can learn right now over at Figaro Castle, but I'm going to save that for later because today I want to see what's going on out here in Narshe. So I'm going to rearrange my party and my setup a little bit, and I'll meet you inside momentarily. Okay, we're back and ready to explore the town of Narshe. Although we can't actually do anything in the town itself, so why don't we just make our way over here to the mines and fight a new enemy, the Test Rider. Wait a minute, why are we fighting battles in a town? I guess that rumor we heard about Narshe being overrun by monsters was true after all. Then again, viewers, in JRPGs aren't rumors always true? Yeah, anyways, monsters have taken over the city, and because of that, everybody has either left or they stay inside with the doors locked, and they don't let you in. Eventually, we'll be able to come back and get some pretty good stuff, but for right now, the only building we can go into is the classroom there, which is good if you want some free healing. Besides that, though, no reason to go in there. Alright, new enemies, Red Wolves. Nothing remarkable going on here. In fact, these guys are very easy. All of the monsters here are very easy, now that I think about it. And as such, I don't really care about my setup. I just brought characters that may or may not gain a level or two, and that's pretty much it. We're not going to be here very long anyways. Hey, level up for Edgar and Celeste. Awesome. You know, I just realized that the world map music is playing here. It's not a bad thing, I love the World of Ruin music. I just never realized it before now. Okay, two more new enemies, Mag Rotors. Again, nothing special going on here. See, I don't know if Celeste can kill this guy in one hit. Probably not. Man, Shadow though, he's a beast. He's dealing some pretty good damage over there. Alright, got him. Oh man, guys, I'm tired. Well, I'm not sleepy tired. I meant to say I'm physically exhausted. Because today was the day I decided to go back to the gym for the first time in like 3 months. Which wasn't a bad thing. In fact, I like going to the gym, and it's something I've been meaning to get back into for a little while now. But what's killing me is the mistake I made of jumping right back into my old routine as if I never did take a 3-month-long break. And that is not something you want to do, trust me. Mystic advice. You also don't want to use fire elemental attacks on the new enemies here because they absorb fire. They are weak to ice though. But either way, pretty easy. Alright, moving right along. And after that battle, Terra gained a level and she learned Dispel, although I'm not really fond of it. It's one of those spells that works really well in other games, but doesn't work very well here in Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong, I like having the ability to remove buffs from enemies, it's just that it's never been widely used in Final Fantasy. Situational at best. Mog, is that you? Hey, it is Mog, alright. Wonder what happened to the other Moogles. Sasquatch muscle? There's a Sasquatch in this game? Wait a minute. So you're telling me that in this game, our final party member is a freaking Yeti? Oh, hell yeah. Now we could go recruit the Yeti, or we can examine the spot where Mog was standing to get a hidden Moogle charm. It's a really good accessory. Basically what it does is you put it on Mog and you have no random battles. Yeah, godsend to us LPers. Anyways, over here we get a ribbon if we chose to save that treasure box until now. One thing you can do with the Moogle charm is do what's known as an early tower raid. Go into Kefka's tower, and run around picking up some really good equipment without having to worry about the random battles. I won't be doing that, but it's something you can do yourself. Yeah, we'll leave this one in here. Why not? There's only one more treasure to pick up, and then we'll be done. Nice block, Shadow. Oh yeah, Shadow gained a level in the last fight as well. You know what, we could probably get away with the Fire 1 spell. These guys only have like 1500 HP. Yeah, there we go. And here we get a pod bracelet. If you take that back to the Colosseum, you can turn that into a hero's ring. So I'll be doing that off screen. But now what I want to do is go back to the airship, change my party around, and then I'll meet you in the snowfields here in Narshe. Alright, made it to the snowfields, but if you don't remember how to get here for whatever reason, then all you have to do is from the entrance of town, go straight north into the mines, take your first right, and then follow the path here. You can't miss it. But let's take a look at my party setup. Going to be using Shadow, Gogo, Terra, and Mog. Now the big thing you want to bring to this area is protection to ice elemental attacks, whether that be snow mufflers, Minervas, ice shields, whatever you have. I know Shadow doesn't have anything, but the Marvel shoes will keep him alive. He'll be fine. Now Mog really doesn't count here, so for everyone else I have damage boosting relics and stat boosting equipment. And that's pretty much it. You know what it means when I have Marvel shoes equipped, viewers. Yeah, I probably have a boss fight coming up. And we do, with a dragon. What the hell's a dragon doing here? Anyways, it's boss time against the Ice Dragon. Alright, Ice Dragon is weak to fire, believe it or not. Video game logic was actually correct. So one method is the burn method. You can use your best fire elemental attacks to kill him quickly. Not even going to bother morphing with Terra because he won't be alive for too much longer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The other thing you can do is cast, Berserk on him, and then summon Phantom to make your party completely invincible because, well, once again, the programmers forgot to make a boss immune to a critically debilitating status element. But that's just par for the course in this game. Either way, the Ice Dragon has very little HP and goes down quickly. And we get a new dance for Mog and the Force Shield, one of the best shields in the entire game. Even though I used to think that it sucked. Because, well, back in the day, I had no idea that your magic evade was also your physical evade, and I thought, that has no defense, what kind of a shield is that? But as you can see here, it reduces all elemental damage by half and has really good magic evade. And it gives you auto shell, which further reduces magic damage. Really good shield for Shadow. 69 evade, giggity. Alright, may as well pass down the Mithril Shield to Mog. Alright, and continue onwards. There's a save point if you need it. Whoa, Tritalk is still here. Now it's time for another boss battle, this time against Tritalk. Although, same strategy applies. Go with your best fire elemental attacks and you'll be fine. This time, however, I do want to morph with Terra. The nice thing about using Mine to mimic a throw is that, just like with spells, it doesn't consume your weapons. So, very nice. I don't think he's even going to be alive for a Fire 2 spell. For some reason, Tritalk has very little magic defense. I don't know why. You would think, being an Esper, that he would have really good defenses against magic. Yeah, 10,000 damage from Terra. That is awesome. I think I'm pregnant. No, not really. It would be nice, though, if the bosses were actually remotely challenging in this game. Well, this has all happened before. This will all happen again. We're not worthy! We're not worthy! Ooh, Magicite. It's too bad I can't use this one. This is one of the best in the game. Tri-Talk. Whoa! Let's check that out real quick. Lets you learn all of the level 3 elemental spells, and it boosts your magic power by 2 upon gaining levels. One of the best, as I said. But anyways, I'm going to go back to that save point, save my game, and then I'll meet you at the bottom of this hole in just a second. Okay, what do you say we jump down this hole and see where it takes us? What's the worst that could happen? Ninja go down the hole. Bonus points if you get that reference. I don't know where we are, but you gotta love the music here. Alright, I know it's a little hard to see, but directly in front of me on the floor are 2 darkened areas. Those indicate hidden pitfalls, so don't step on those. They're all over the place in this cave, like the one that's directly in front of me, yet not marked in any way. Alright, so before opening this treasure box here, if you're playing along with Magicite, then I would recommend you equip somebody with Siren, and somebody else with Phantom, and you'll be good to go. However, because I can't do that, I'm going to be putting everyone in the back row, and giving everybody Marvel Shoes. Okay, we're good. Because we have a Mimic to deal with. Pretty tough one, too. Well, I don't think it's that tough, but you'll see. Alright, we got 3 Tomberries here. So first up, gonna get invisible on Shadow. Terra and Mog will just defend for right now. And I want to start casting Sour Mouth on all 3 of them. This will inflict poison and silence. If you are using Espers, then you want to start off the fight by summoning Siren to disable their spells, leaving them with only physical attacks. Then you would summon Phantom, and you'll be invincible. Unfortunately, I have to do this the slow way, because for some reason Sour Mouth is only single target. But once you have them silenced, you're free to start casting Fire 2 on them, because normally what they do is they counter any spells that you hit them with, as you saw there, with Holy. This will, however, protect you from that. Poison is also a good way to deal some damage as you're working on getting them silenced. And that's pretty much it. Ow. Alright, once you have them all silenced, start having Shadow throw Fire Schemes, and have Mog break Fire Rods. Terra should be casting Fire 2 as normal, and that's pretty much my strategy for this one. Just silence them and go all out. Rely on the Marvel Shoes for my safe and regen. Even with safe and being in the back row, they're dealing pretty good damage. Go-Go can just mimic whatever happens before his turn. If you defeat these guys, you can get a Minerva. Actually, you can get multiple Minervas, because each one of these Tomberries has a 1 in 3 chance to drop one. You can also steal Minervas from them, but that takes too long. And that should be it. GG. Damn it, we didn't get the Minervas. You would think that with 3 of them, you would have a really high chance of getting that to drop, but unfortunately, it is random, I guess you could say. So that's why I saved my game before coming down here, so I'm just gonna reload and try again. I'll be right back. There we go, game. I knew you could do it. It only took 3 tries, but we have another Minerva. And yes, I know, you only need 2 of them in the game, and there is another one in Kefka's Tower, but why wait until the final dungeon when you can get one here? Anyways, guys, I am going to call it quits here, and when we come back next time, we'll continue looking around this cave and see if we can't find that Sasquatch. But until then, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Take care.